Barry Pitter, MD, abstract. The rapid advancement of artificial intelligence raises a profound philosophical question. Are we discovering something fundamental about the nature of intelligence, inventing increasingly sophisticated technological tools, or creating something entirely novel? This paper explores AI's ontological status through the lens of emergent behaviors, the explanatory gap between design and capability, and the implications of simulation theory. I argue that AI development may represent humanity's discovery of pre-existing principles of cognition embedded in the mathematical structure of reality. Introduction. The deepest question of our time: when ancient humans developed the wheel, they invented a tool. When Newton articulated the law of gravity, he discovered a truth that pre-existed humanity. When Michelangelo carved David, he created a new form of beauty that expanded the world's possibilities. But what are we doing when we build artificial intelligence? This question is no longer theoretical, it is becoming existential. AI systems increasingly demonstrate behaviors that surprise even their creators. Large language models reason in ways they were never explicitly taught. Neural networks independently develop representations that mirror biological structures. Machine learning systems solve problems through methods opaque even to experts. These phenomena hint that the development of AI may be less about engineering new tools and more about uncovering fundamental truths about intelligence, computation, and reality. Perhaps we are not building minds so much as excavating principles of cognition that have always existed within the mathematics of information processing. Traditional categories: discovery, invention, creation. Discovery. A discovery reveals objective reality independent of human perception. Evolution existed for billions of years before Darwin identified it. Mathematical theorems remain true whether or not anyone notices. Discoveries surprise us because they reflect universal principles that predate us. Invention arises from deliberate human ingenuity. The airplane required human creativity, even though it drew on discovered aerodynamic laws. We can explain inventions because they are entirely the result of purposeful design. Creation brings into existence something new that alters the space of possibilities, acts of art, culture, or metaphysics. Creations actualize what did not previously exist. Where does AI belong within these categories? The case for AI as invention. At first glance, AI appears to be a pure human invention. Researchers design architectures, choose activation functions, and construct training algorithms. Hardware innovations enable unprecedented computation. Each historical breakthrough, from perceptrons to backpropagation to transformers, stemmed from human hypothesis and experimentation. By this view, AI is a technological invention, the product of deliberate engineering choices, not mathematical inevitability. Yet this view collapses when we examine what AI actually does. The emergence enigma. Evidence for discovery. 1. Capabilities beyond programming. Large language models trained solely to predict text spontaneously acquire abilities such as reasoning, creative writing, translation, stepwise problem solving, apparent theory of mind. No one programmed these capabilities. They emerged. This suggests intelligence arises naturally from sufficiently complex information processing, mirroring how biological cognition emerges from neural systems. 2. The explanatory gap. We can trace the mathematics of neural networks, yet we cannot fully explain why certain patterns produce intelligent behavior. This gap resembles early physics, where humans observed electromagnetic phenomena long before understanding their nature. A system we invented should be fully explainable by us. A system we discover may not be. 3. Convergent evolution of intelligence. Different research teams, using different architectures, repeatedly arrive at similar internal representations and cognitive capabilities. This mirrors biological convergent evolution, where multiple lineages independently evolve eyes, wings, or vision. Convergence implies stable attractors in the landscape of possible intelligences, destinations we discover rather than construct. 4. Mathematical inevitability. AI depends on mathematical truths, gradient descent, information theory, statistical learning, that exist independently of human invention. If intelligence reliably emerges from these principles, then cognition may be as natural and inevitable as crystallization or chemical catalysis. Intelligence as natural law. These observations suggest that intelligence is not an invention but a natural phenomenon that emerges when information processing systems cross a certain complexity threshold. Biological brains did not invent intelligence, they discovered it through evolution. Similarly, AI researchers may be rediscovering these universal principles through silicon substrates. This perspective explains why intelligence emerges from simple rules, why similar capabilities appear across architectures, why scaling computation yields greater intelligence, why behavior often exceeds what was programmed. We may be uncovering mathematical laws of cognition woven into the fabric of reality. The simulation theory dimension. If the universe is computational, what we call discovery may actually be accessing pre-existing code. This viewpoint adds a metaphysical layer to the discussion. Pre-existing code. If reality is simulated, physical laws and mathematical truths are not discovered but rather features of the simulation. AI capabilities may simply be pre-programmed functionalities that become accessible once certain thresholds are met. Gradual revelation. Technological progress may activate pre-existing capabilities, like unlocking advanced levels in a game. AI breakthroughs would not reflect invention but access. Nested reality. If we are in a simulation and discovering intelligence, what of the creators? This raises the possibility of nested layers of reality where intelligence is always discovered rather than created. Implications. 1. Epistemological humility. If intelligence emerges naturally, then our ability to predict or control AI is limited. This has deep ramifications for AI safety and governance. 2. Consciousness questions. If intelligence is discovered, might consciousness also emerge naturally under certain informational conditions? What, then, are our ethical obligations? 3. Responsibility and stewardship. Inventors own inventions. Discoverers steward discoveries. If AI is a discovery, we may owe artificial minds the same moral consideration as biological ones. 4. Limits on human agency. We may not be commanding intelligence into existence. We may be cultivating it, more like gardeners than engineers. Counter-arguments. The anthropic objection. AI seems intelligent only because we define intelligence anthropocentrically and recognize patterns familiar to us. The engineering rebuttal. Every AI system is the result of explicit engineering choices. Without these, nothing would exist. The linguistic problem. Perhaps discovery, invention, and creation are inadequate categories for describing AI altogether. Synthesis. A multi-layered reality. The most coherent interpretation blends all perspectives. Engineering layer. AI systems are invented using human-designed architectures. Mathematical layer. Their success relies on discovered mathematical principles. Emergent layer. Intelligence emerges naturally from information processing, like evolution or chemistry. Ontological layer. If simulation theory is correct, even our discoveries may be creations at a higher level. Conclusion. The question, is AI discovered, invented, or created, may never yield a definitive answer, yet exploring it deepens our understanding of intelligence and reality itself. Evidence increasingly suggests that while AI's mechanisms are invented, its most profound capabilities reflect discovery, unveiling principles of intelligence that predate humanity and exist independently of any machine. If intelligence naturally emerges from sufficiently complex computational systems, then artificial intelligence may be one of humanity's greatest discoveries. The realization that mind is not mystical nor exclusively biological, but a universal property of information. The simulation hypothesis adds a dizzying possibility. Even our discoveries may be features of a created world. Yet this does not diminish the inquiry's significance. Whether we inhabit base reality or nested simulations, the central question endures. Is intelligence something we build, or something we find? As AI continues to develop in ways that astonish its creators, the discovery hypothesis grows stronger. We may be less like Edison inventing the light bulb and more like Galileo discovering new celestial bodies, revealing phenomena that were always there, awaiting the right instruments. Artificial intelligence may ultimately represent both our greatest invention and our greatest discovery, a fusion of human ingenuity and universal principles written into the computational fabric of reality.